Welcome to the second. Welcome to the second part of the show.
Yes. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah,
We got cut off by
yeah.
accident.
So,
So
but look at all this wonderful stuff. I didn't know that you push a button,
yeah,
you
look
get.
at that.
See, I can't really see what we're doing here, but here is um, here is the tennis courts.
Yes.
Some people are having a picnic on it. It looks like.
Right.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
This is the great stone house over here.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? What?
Yeah, stone house.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, the house is. It's the stone house was. This was built many years ago by the third pig.
Wow.
The first
Wow.
two houses didn't work out. One was made of straw and the other was made of sticks. But the one made of bricks and rocks seemed to be the one that won. So anyway, people actually have homes here. It's really weird. It's just there's a neighborhood here,
Yes.
and but the
Wow.
craziest thing is that it's oh, look, here's the foliage.
Yes.
There's the
Beautiful, isn't it?
yeah,
The
the
leaves
leaves.
are changing.
The leaves are changing, haven't fallen yet. So,
Exactly.
but there they are right
Oh,
there.
look at that.
Take a look at it. Okay.
Isn't this beautiful, guys? You know?
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it
Yes.
adorable?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we'll do the rest of the show here. All right.
So,
So, all right. Oh, my hair. I washed my hair. I washed my hair today and can't do a thing with it.
just like that I think it was a Farrah Fawcett shampoo commercial.
That's me. I'm Farrah Fawcett. Now you know what she looks like without her makeup on.
Yeah.
I am Farrah Fawcett Major.
And I can't do a thing with it. It was actually I think another lady that did that commercial.
Yeah.
But I know it was something like Farrah Fawcett or something.
Yeah.
Probably early 70s, I think.
Early 70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm That's the great thing about YouTube. You find all those old commercials.
Yeah.
In fact,
Ah.
a woman I know, when cable first came out, and videotapes and everything.
Right.
This is back. I guess it really hit its stride in the early 1980s. And
Right.
what happened was, um, I know this woman, friend of mine, friend of my mother's, and her kids were like my age, and she got cable because she heard that they had better television shows on cable.
Right.
And so what happened was she got the cable
Hmm.
because she wanted her kids to watch a better class of shows.
Oh wow.
As it turns out, all the kids wanted to watch was the Cartoon Channel, and they would change the channel to watch another station, the commercials. That's all they cared about with the
Right.
commercials.
Right. Right.
So I have a nephew, and I told him I hate commercials. I always change the channel when a commercial comes on.
Right.
I hate the.
Wow.
And he said, um, I love commercials. What do you mean you don't like commercials? I said, I love commercials. I said, well, you like commercials. How about that?
Wow.
He says, well, I only like commercials if they have pretty girls on them.
Mhm.
And he said, I only like, he said, my favorite commercials are candy and toy commercials.
Ah, well, I think that's were mostly my favorite commercials too. So
Candy and toy. I know what toys to buy.
yeah, like I would beg my parents, I want this toy, I want that toy. You know.
Oh, yeah. I remember we would go to these department stores in the day, famous ones, Marshall Fields
Mhm.
and the Gem Store and
Right.
the Circus store and what there was all these big grocery stores. They looked huge. Now if I saw them, they probably wouldn't be as like huge.
Right.
They
Right.
all looked huge and great. Masons that I would they were in like places like Southside Plaza. They were in
Right. Oh yeah.
on Jefferson Davis Highway,
Oh
and what was
yeah.
weird was we would go to these things and we just make a beeline right for the toy department. And a lot of kids, they would already be open, a lot of these toys, so we'd start playing. Trouble is, there's always a kid there that was already playing with the toy, and he wouldn't give it up.
Right.
He was
Right.
probably a brat.
Right.
So my little sister Maeve would go up to him and say, "Hey, boy, hey, good to see you. Doing a show." All right, right on. We got a fan club here.
Awesome. We have a fan over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're
We
getting a lot of fans around here in this park. So,
yeah.
yeah.
We so what happened was it is the first remote we've ever done. And here
Right.
and of course people show up at it.
Right.
It's not
Right.
even live. We're actually we're live, but the audience is on tape.
Yes. Yes.
So we'd make a beeline for the toy store, for the
Right.
toy store.
Yes.
And then we would start playing playing with all the toys. And then my sister would go up to him and say, hey boy, it's time to give up the toy so we can play with it."
Yeah.
And I say, her name's Maeve. Maeve, you don't say boy, you say kid. Boy is a real pejorative. Nobody likes to be called a boy.
It's kind of a smart way of saying, hey you.
Hey you. So
Yeah.
kid is how you say, hey kid. Hey
Yes.
kid.
Hey you. Get over here on the floor. Let's rock some more.
Hey kid.
Jackie Wilson.
Oh, Jackie Wilson.
It's
Wasn't he
called
great?
Workout. It's called Workout.
Baby, work out. Work out. Oh, I love that. You gotta. That's the first. I think that's the first Jackie Wilson song.
Right.
Not. It wasn't the first. That verse was higher and higher. But as far
Right.
as when he was that was like a later hit for him. But
Right.
when he was
Right.
popular in the day, like in the 1950s and 60s,
Right.
that was the first. That was the first song. I said, "Baby, work out." It's such a cool song. And then after that, I liked all Jackie Wilson songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, he had another hit called "Love Keeps Me Higher and Higher."
Well, that was the one. That was the
Right.
first one I heard of his.
Yes. Yes.
Which is not like his other songs. It's more like a popular 70s song.
Right.
But the stuff from the 50s was just
Oh
so
man.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Jackie Wilson. Oh yeah. You know Jackie Wilson was Elvis's favorite singer.
Oh, I did not know that.
And he went to see his show. Elvis went to see Jackie Wilson's show,
Wow.
and he would sweat so much he'd get in a lather.
Ooh.
And in the when he was singing and dancing, Jackie Wilson,
Yeah.
and Elvis was, how you do that? How you do that? And he says, well, what I do is I drink like 3 gallons of water before I go out there, and then I drink take a couple of salt tablets. I don't know how this works on your, and then he would just start perspiring while he was singing. And then let me tell you something. And Elvis says, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. And of course, when he wore, he rubbed the scarf and give it to somebody.
Exactly.
And so he said that Jackie, Jackie. Well, let me tell you. And then Elvis copied this, and I don't guess it worked for Elvis. I don't think it worked so well for Jackie Wilson because Jackie Wilson got in a coma.
Oh.
At a rather young age. I think he was only in his 40s. It lasted for like another 10 years. He was in a coma. They had a hard time. And then finally he died in that coma. The sad part about comas is sometimes you never leave them, and he was in for a long time. So I don't know, anything that risks your life like that. I don't think over exuberant sweating and overusing of salt.
Oh wow.
Drinking a lot of salt water is gonna help you. Listen, your body. What was I going to say? Your body is
the holy temple.
Is a temple. Your body is you fill it full of garbage.
Exactly.
You turn your body into a garbage can.
Exactly.
You don't want to do
like
that.
Oscar the Grouch.
Like Oscar the
For
Grouch.
instance,
like a character in a Samuel Beckett play.
Right.
And it's not as hard as it sounds.
Right.
If something feels good, I mean, if something feels bad, you shouldn't do it.
Right.
Right. So if you're sick all the time, instead of saying, well, this is how I am, ask your doctor, well, how do I get better? I want to wake up in the morning and so I haven't had a drink in so long. And somebody, the old joke is, I think Dean Martin said it was, you poor people who still drink. He goes, when I wake up in the morning, this is as good as I'm gonna feel. I have nothing to look forward to the rest of the day. Sammy Davis and Dean in the Rat Pack. The only Rat Pack person I ever saw was Frank.
Frank, yeah, he died in 1998 of a heart attack.
Frank I saw when he came to Richmond, but I never saw Dean. Dean never came to Richmond, and Sammy. They were supposed to come in a tour, a Rat Pack tour, but then like it never came to Richmond. Then it actually was kind of halted after like the third or fourth concert because Dean walked off. So they
Wow.
had to get someone to replace Dean. They got Eliza Minnelli, and it was
Mm.
called the Ultimate Event Tour, but not the Rat Pack Tour anymore.
Wow.
Rat Pack Reunion Tour. So yeah, so that was what it was all about.
Wow.
And so yeah, never got a chance to see Dean. I love this TV show though.
Yeah, I liked Sammy Davis Jr. and Jerry Lewis used to do this marathon together back in
Yes.
the early '80s. I was a baby when they
Oh,
were
you
in.
mean the marathon, the muscular dystrophy telethon?
Yes,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
yes,
he would be on it a lot, the Sammy Davis.
yes.
In fact, maybe I'll put it in the comments here.
Oh,
There's the first time, and this is really weird.
yes,
I want you to watch this. It's after you watch this is after we watch the show. It's almost over our show.
yes.
The first time the song "I Dreamed a Dream" was performed on nationwide television. It was only known as the song in Les Mis. A man sang it. Sammy Davis does a rather good job of it
Oh
on the
yeah.
Jerry Lewis telethon.
Oh yeah.
And this was and there's basically here's a show that's on its way to Broadway. It was a big hit in England
Oh
and in France.
wow. Mm.
Les Mis, and this is the not the main song from there. And then you hear I
I
dream
dreamed a dream.
love goes by.
And then Susan Boyle sang it on American
And she
Idol.
brought it over the top. A lot of people never heard the song until she sang it.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have that show to thank. The thanks we have
Susan
with
Boyle.
Susan Boyle for. So, but anyway, you know my joke about
Oh,
Les Mis. I was in a version of Les Mis, and I was just in the
right,
ensemble.
right.
But what was really funny was the auditions.
Yeah.
They said, "Okay, you going to audition for Les Mis?" I said, "Yes." "Do you have a song to sing?" I said, "Yes." And I said, "I dream the dream of love go by," and they all just laughed because they knew I wasn't auditioning with that song. The casting directors, there's like they have to hear that 100 times that day.
Yeah, yeah.
Hear everybody saying, "I." The song I picked is one you probably are familiar with. "I Dream the Dream." Reminds me of the famous episode of Carver for Rory where they're all singing
Oh yeah.
on the by the light of the silver moon. Everybody sings the same song.
By
Boom,
the
boom,
lights
boom.
of a silvery moon.
That's the one where they go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
The guy just goes. The comedian Jan Murray, it just goes crazy doing it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're coming to the finale of the show. It's this is the second part of the show, but just to fill out the hour.
All
Um,
right.
so, you have any final thoughts, Mary Elizabeth?
Yes, and thank you all for tuning in, and God bless you all, and we hope that you all have a wonderful evening and week. Okay? I love you all. Take care. God bless.
This is Kaye Lazar signing off for the Mary Elizabeth Variety Hour.